hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they on down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round, he'll spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see did. A man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't hit your head on that fragile act. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah. I was thuggin' with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me, she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm making this slavery, draining my energy. 400 years and counting. Trailing my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is around it. Ready to tangle my king in the axe, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me, and let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
From DUC, just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm feeling on 10, but I'm strapped in the pistol. The of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, nigga. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Respect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one rest. Some break off and never take off as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies with up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die. So that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Black and Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' gon' scratch them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas trippin', they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide. On the slide that I know about this when I assemble the group with the slide. For real, I get the order, you know that it's slow to see me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, it whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, yeah, hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
We're gonna get started. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, 1 west, however which way. Just let me know that you can hear me. I'm saying, yeah. So hold on. You gonna say y'all, I'm swapping the tires. Look at it, right? Y'all wasn't even tell me nothing. Yeah. You gonna say y'all, I'm swapping the tires. Look at it, right? Yeah. I say y'all, I'm swapping the tires. Look at it. No, wasn't even tell me nothing. Most time first. Wasn't even tell me nothing. Right here. So, let's get right, y'all. Let's get right. All right. Shalom, y'all. About to see how to all the brothers. Y'all, Shalom, about to see how shout out to the sisters. We had an actual case out of 1 way to 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honda. Right now, you were in the Nashville school class. That's what you tuned into if you see this video. Then this will be your one and only preaching officer here, the QADASH. You know what I'm saying? So let's get straight to it. This is LASHAWAN QADASH. We already know what LASHAWAN QADASH means. So all of you don't know what it means. LASHAWAN means tongue. QADASH means separate. So, well, it means holy, which is separate. So, holy tongue is language. That's what we learn. Your language. Now, what you're looking at right now with the T written in the Hebrew. Well, then, let me make sure I ain't look at the drop. Is Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. All right. Let me see if I find that other people. I ain't finna know. No, I just had it. I don't know what to say. I'm sure. Right. So looking at Genesis chapter 1, verse 2 in the Torah. This is how it's written out in Hebrew. If you can't see it, let me scoot it up a little bit. I'm saying that way you get a better visual on it. Boom, that looks good on. I ain't gonna lie, it looks good in my eyes, but I don't know what it looks like in y'all eyes. So y'all gotta confer with me on that. It looks horrible. Let me know something. Now, the class is how to read the Hebrew. This is a part 2. The first time I did it, I didn't want to test it out to see if the method works or the formula or how we want to put it. That would be tested on the lesson if you go to the previous video. But right now, we're just gonna actually do this. So to all you who don't know how to read the Hebrew without the connector, this is for you. And to all you who need the connector, this is also for you. So what we're gonna do is, for how to read the Hebrew, we're gonna make sure we put the connectors on the first line. I'm gonna give y'all the formula before I just give y'all how to connect it. That way y'all kind of get the basis of how to look at this and determine how the word is supposed to roll out. Right? And after that, the rest of this is a no-go. But since the people I'm saying checking in don't read the Torah in the morning, we might just do connections throughout the whole way. Right? So since that is the case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do connectors for this one, and then for the third verse, I will really go back and write the third verse, do the first line, and I'm gonna see if y'all can kind of put it together in the chat and in the class as well. Now, this word right here, where you see a Y, Ha, Ah, Ra, and Ta, right? That will be what you're looking at. Wa, which in Hebrew means and. Ha at the beginning, because this is the root word. Aratazai is the root word. I'm gonna underline it. That is the root word what you're looking at, aratazai. Now, how you would read this or how you would say it, Wa means in, Ha, the, aratazai. Right? Now, what does aratazai mean? Well, let's figure that out. But if you could, you got a phone, you got a Bible on your phone. So you pull up Genesis chapter 1 and verse 2. If you could. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna just do it exactly like this, right? Now, we already got and the, but we need to figure out what it is that we're saying, right? So when a brother get it, he can read it whenever he read it, whenever he's, you know what I'm saying?
This is Genesis. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 2.
Right?
In the earth.
And the earth. So what does the Rajazah mean? Earth. Rajazah means earth. Right? So in the Hebrew, everything is right to left. But for the sake of the class, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write that up under here, but first I'm gonna put the connector. So we already get that this is all one word, right? All one word. And then this is all one word, right? So this is by itself. Why? Because it said and the earth, right?
God.
And the earth, right? Now the word earth, Aratazah, of course the I is gonna be by itself when you say it. Now when you say that together, along with this, you're not gonna be like Artaza. You're gonna say Aratazah, right?
It's like rhyme is levels circle.
Not. See, Aratazah. See, the reason why you gotta do it like that, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, how can I put this?
Top level, circle.
Let me make sure I'm getting it right. Because this is exactly how I learned it, right? Because then if you put it together, you would say positive. So, yeah, right. But I had to think about it. I had to think about it. So like your brain part. Your brother gonna help me out. He ain't and let me slack. You know what I'm saying? I got to mix over the whole other word. The word that I'm thinking about, we actually gonna come up on it. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you there for your notes, you can butcher me about it later. Right? Ratata, that would be 3 characters. In most cases, when you see like word like if I take this out and it's a ratata, right? If it got 3 characters, assume in most cases, all of them are not gonna be together, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump ship. That way you go ahead and get the example, right? Like this. Ta ha wa, right? The howl, right? Now, if I go ahead and say ta, then I'll be like, and connect them, it'll be the howl. But we can't do that, right? Because that's not a word. So it's safe to say the howl is your best conclusion. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to LASHAWAN QADASH, you reading another language, you'll read it the same way you'll read like Spanish. If you're reading some Spanish, you might not understand it, but how your brain will interpret it, it will literally behoove your very own brain, and your brain is gonna follow suit with that behoovement to sit right there and make it make sense. That way you just not allowing it like, you know what I'm saying, just slow. Right? Now, I ain't gonna say that you're just gonna be perfect, you're gonna get it on the first try. Cause you see, I'm a teacher, yeah. The brother had to remind me like, this right here is separate, right? This right here is separate. And that is very much true, the brother is right. So if you can hear my voice and you heard the brother, help his brother out, you need to be getting that brother a hand. Cause he came here to learn, but at the same time, you're not gonna sit right here and just let the brother that's teaching him forget what he just learned. You get what I'm saying? Cause everything I'm teaching, I just learned. Everything he's gonna be teaching, he just learned, right? So I always remember that. I'm not infallible. I'm gonna make mistakes, right? So, and the earth, right? And I'm gonna underline it that way you know that's a good word. That way you know that you're reading the Hebrew, right? Next, you got ha, ya, and you got ta, right? Now, why did I connect this thought to that ha? Well, anytime you read a word, if you see like if it's not ya, if look, the second character to the end, if it's not a ya, the ha is always gonna extend the I in the character before it. I always remember that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take the time to write that in your notes, go ahead. You'll need them. You'll need them in your notes. Cause this is only one rule. There's 5 rules I forgot to mention. Now I'm telling you, you're gonna need all 5 of these rules to be able to read your very own language. Now, we already got ha. We already got ya, and we already know that this dot standing in the ha, right? So that would be hayata, right? Right. So what is hayata? What is it saying? It's saying the what?
Was without form.
And the earth was without form is what you said?
Come.
Can you keep reading?
And void.
And void. Keep reading.
Shalak. And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Okay, I get what they doing now. So this ain't gonna be an end, this is really all one word. Step deep. Okay. Like I said, you gotta read it out. Next, we got the power, right? So ta ha wa is our one word from what the brother just read. Next, we got wa bahal. So you go back and start from the top.
And the earth was without form.
All right, go ahead. Wait. And the earth is what you read right here. And make sure Everything is what it should. House. Trial of nerve. All right, keep going. What without form?
And void.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. And void. So and this right here will be the root word it is. Right?
Okay.
And void. And then what I'm gonna do after this, we're gonna make sure we get all this written out. Then after that, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put the words of what the Hebrew character means. We already know that why mean and, right? So at the end of this, when we get past this verse, I'm gonna put the and right here, boy right here. I'm gonna match the words up with exactly what's going on, right? All right, go ahead.
Okay. In darkness,
Right there. And darkness, because shot me in darkness. If you remember the class I taught on the roles of the moon and stars, you should remember that because shot me in darkness, right? So this right here is and darkness. And the reason why I gotta write like this so y'all already get used and get off to the habit of reading from right to left. Go ahead.
yes,
Go on.
was upon the face of the deep.
All right. Now, since the Hebrew is a very strict language, we already know that al means over. Even though other red was slightly different, the Hebrew
It's kind of like Spanish.
exactly,
Certain words can mean different.
exactly, right? But since the Bible has been transliterated from the Hebrew into the English, they gotta make it where everybody can understand what they're reading anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? And then go ahead.
That's right. And it was upon the face. It said the face of the deep.
Face of the deep, right? Now read it over one more time. That way we can make sure everybody following along, make sure I'm following along with you.
And the earth was formed and void. Yes, like, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
I want to make sure that's what we mean. Let me make sure I give a feature call to the man with the plan, Mr. Underground himself. All right. Most High in Christ. So apparently I knew the answer, but I had to double check. And two brothers confirmed it, and that was my previous LASHAWAN QADASH teacher and the brother in the class with me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm telling you that. Then I be trying, you see, and that's why I tell everybody else don't second guess yourself on people, because I see how quick I second guess myself, and I knew the answer. That's how easy it is to second guess yourself, right? Now, this right here is obviously the deep, right? So, I'm gonna let everybody either screenshot this, write it down, how which way you're gonna do it. I'm gonna give you some time. So when you read it, LASHAWAN QADASH, that would be how you read it. If you see the line, there's one word. Now, acknowledge those connectors and let you know what characters is by itself when you actually speaking the word, when you actually just pronouncing it, in the ones that have the smiley face, rather, like this one. Meaning that those two are connected, right? So you will be seeing, and you will literally be seeing Waharataza, Hayata, Taho, the Salaki, Tahawa, right?
That's another
Wa, Bahawa, Salaki, you said, well done, what on you?
but saying that Hamayam, that also can mean water, they're saying deep, but Hamayam is water too.
Right. And when it says the deep, it's literally talking about the water.
Water, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, we already seen that gentleman Hyman class. I'm telling you, if you ain't seen that class, y'all need to go look it up. Gentleman Hyman, Genesis breakdown. If you have not seen it yet, that'll be the best breakdown of Genesis you will ever receive. I promise. Right?
Okay.
Now, back to reading it. Wakasha, Al, Anya, Hamayim, right? That is what it would sound like. Y'all notice when I speak, you know which ones are connected. Now let's try again from the very first word. Wa, Rataza, Ha, Yata, Tahawa, or Tahawa, but Tahawa, Wa, Bahawa, Wa, Kasha, Ayu, Hanya, Hamayim. That is literally how you would say this in the Hebrew. When you read the Torah and you're reading this is what you are saying. Now, so we can erase extra confusion. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna write for what word mean what when you're reading. I think that's wrong, man. That one, I think that one all the way off. I don't know why they did that one. Now, in the Hebrew, why means and, ha means the, and Rasazah means earth, right? And the earth. Now this could also mean was, and we got without. Right. You know I did. So what? Without, right? The word without form. And what does Bahawa mean? Second flag. Read it. So that's I thought you were with me on this. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were with me.
And the earth was without form,
Right.
void.
and void. So when you read this, Bahawa can mean void depending on the context. And void
and darkness.
Now I still was gonna tell you not to read it. I tried to tell you, but I knew you were gonna read it. And look, we already know. I was gonna try to tell you to was actually paying attention to the roles of the moon and the stars, right? I tried to tell you, you know, saying them though. It's all right though. It's good, it's good. Or you can say water or heaven, right? Right, go write this down. Basically, my young means water, or it can mean space, which if you go out of space, it ain't nothing but just water. Y'all ain't never noticed when you go out of space, when they depict is when you go out there, you float. No different than you floating like if you was in water on Earth, right? So that's something you need to be aware of, just like heaven. Like my young means water, it means heaven, right? It means yeah, it's in heaven. Now, same way we swim in the water, that's the same way the birds swim in the sky, right? There's no difference. Same way the fish swim in the water. Literally, birds are nothing but fishes of the sky. Right. You get what I'm saying? So when you see the word Mayum, assume it's talking about any form of water or heaven. Either way it goes in water. Flat out. Right? So I went back and I put what word mean what. A lot of these in y'all notes. Screenshot them since I see people tuning in. If you tune in on your phone, screenshot it, it'll be easier. I would imagine you would screenshot it. Cause I know I would. If you're in class, if you got a phone, take a picture, write these notes, get it done. All right. Next. Next. We're gonna go to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3.
Yeah, I finished that verse 2.
Well, we still got more too. Multi Christ. Go ahead.
Spirit of God, Holy God, face of the Lord.
So I did. The Torah ain't so short.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Yeah, the Torah made it shorter for some reason. I'm gonna ask about that. Cause yeah, the Torah made it way shorter. I guess it's like no different than Spanish. I don't know. The only difference is your language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, I'm learning it. I'm going in, but like, I ain't know it just shortened the whole word like that. You know what I'm saying? What's that card? All right, now we're going to 3. So we're gonna write 3 down, right? So first will be why Amar, right? Why Ya Amar.
Yeah, I think that's going in the second.
No, I say verse 3 right here. Yeah. I won't say it just shortened the verse. That's all it is. So that means when they translated it from the Hebrew to the English, they just kind of added a little more to it. And basically just to give people more definition or more in-depth of what they're reading. Shout out to King James for making sure we could go back to understanding where we came from. He played the Lord, he was in will. But shout out to King James, the late King James. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't really just have the translation of the Bible at all. We would have just got stuck with a slave Bible. You know what I'm saying? If you let it up to them, the other people, right?
Right.
So sure, we get that in because we're with us on that one. All right. Next, we got Alahaya. Yahaya. All right. Next, we got award. All right. And the end of that will be why ya ya. All right. Next, we got award once more. So let's see what this is saying. I might have to do connectors for this part too. All right. Because if they don't finish the year, I can't just. Ah man, I ain't tired of going away. Also, this is my real time, my war stars is crazy. All right, y'all. Get back into it, right? So, change the plan. We're gonna use connectors the entire time for the rest of the class, right? So, why, ya, amar, right? Why, ya, amar. I, la, ha, ya. Next, we got ya, ha, ya. I, war. Why, ya, ha, ya. War, right? And what you reading, brother?
Verse 3. And God said,
And God said,
let there be light,
let there be light.
and there was light.
And there was light. All right? You got one minute?
God knows it.
So, based on what the brothers read, our context clues alone, because you can't overcomplicate it. All right? You said, God said, right? And mm, not far. I don't want to say that. Mm, I don't know if nobody else to do with it.
Say it.
Absolutely.
But I put it in the book time, but it was short. Just say that so
Yeah, when they were all figured, but then it would mean what? And God said, let there be light, right? Right. So it would have been like, but what you pulled up was that and said God. That would have to be just the saying, be light. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, right?
so let's take a shit. Well, this thing is
But we will be like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go based on the faith. Because, mm, okay. On that note, I want to make sure I get more context on this. I want to pick right back up on Genesis 3. I want to make sure I get the whole rundown. So I will be reaching out to the brother Hadaha. So there, we're gonna go ahead and end the class early because I can only teach y'all what I'm aware of. But everything else, I want to make sure I'm all the way accurate. Because in the truth, we teach that but the truth. And we have been saying, don't be sure, make sure. So with that being said, I'm gonna in the class, I'm gonna make sure when we pick this class back up next week, it's all the way 100,000, right? So with that, we're gonna actually case out of 1 West 125th Street, out of York, under Canadian Junior Honor. We're not affiliated with any fake Hebrew Israelite groups or anything of that nature. We're not affiliated with Christianity, Pan-Africanism, Muslim, none of that. Right? And before I end it, like I said, the brother right here with me, he had the method that he used to try to help out, but in the end, there was like some confusion. So why not go to the best scholars in the very school? That way I can make sure I can come back to this, revisit this, and make sure y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we already went over Genesis 2. Take on those Genesis 2, the was already accurate. But as far as this, I want to be accurate from this day forward. And with that, shalom. All right.